and welcome to the ranch. Today is part 2 of our propagating. Propagating, what is that? That's where we try to take a tree and take a piece of the limb to make a new tree. Well, if you remember episode 1 or part 1, we were leaving it go a little bit longer to try to get the root system to grow. Unfortunately, at this point in time, I am starting to decide I may not have the time that I want it for the propagation. And what we may have to do is start taking pieces of the tree off, because my concern is that the weight from all the peaches is starting to pull the tree like this. And so I want to try to loosen up or take some of the weight off of the one side. So what we're going to do in this episode is we're going to double check the root system on the branches that we already did, but then we're also going to take a few of the larger branches, skim them, and then put some root grower on the sides of it and then bury it, and let's see if it will take off. So I'm not really sure, but at this point in time, the biggest part for me is trying to save this tree. I want to make sure that this does not split, or else it may not last another year, and that's my big concern right now. So every one of these trees are so important to me. If you remember from the previous episode, we have worked very hard to try to get the fruit trees to grow in this area. So we're doing pretty well. The tree is about 10 foot tall right now. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with taking the wrap off of the 2 that we started on the previous episode. And let's see, hopefully the root has taken, and then we'll be able to start growing things. We gave it about another 3-4 weeks time period. Hopefully that's enough time. Let's see if it works. Let's see, we got ants up in there. Alright, so it was a fail for number 1. Now we'll try number 2 and see if anything's happened. So it looks like the tree was actually trying to heal opposed to grow any further roots. So let's go ahead and look at number 2. This is the one that we did not open up, so I have no idea what it looks like in here. It's dry on the outside, but it's moist on the inside. Looks like it was a fail as well. Nothing grew, it just looked like it was trying to heal itself. 0 for 2. So we're going to go ahead and trim the branches and put some root grower on it and see if we can get them to grow that way. So this is one of those lessons that you try it and see if it works, and sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. This time it did not, but we learned from it. So on to the next step. Let's see what happens. So you can see where I stripped it, and it's really not growing anything. But the other interesting thing is, if you notice, all the peaches on this branch that I did this to are all either dead or dying. So that tells me a lot as well. All right. Branch number 2, similar. There's some nicer looking peaches as they're growing, but again, a couple pieces that are dying off or have already died. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and make a pile of everything that I don't want on the tree, and then we're going to try to put some of that root grower on this and try to get it to grow in these pots here. We'll take the soil from our garden because we have plenty of it, and with the root grower we'll see if we can get it to grow or not. Now if I can get this tree to grow, you can see that the branch itself is easily 8 feet, maybe 9 feet tall. So if we could get this thing to grow, that would be awesome. Because you can see it's pretty healthy. We can just strip a couple branches off and let this thing grow. It would be really cool. But let's go ahead and keep trimming up. Okay, well, it actually looks a lot better. Now it's not laying on the fence, so that definitely disturbed the wasp. So okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the branch right about here, and then we'll start stripping all these branches, the little branches, up, so that we can try to get those nutrients up towards the top of the tree and see if we can get this to, try to see if we can get it to live. So let's go ahead and get started. Got the bark off. I'm going to wet this down, and then I'm going to use rooting powder that you can get at like a Home Depot, probably Lowe's, any store really. And I'm going to do the bottom and around the top, around this knot area, and then I'm going to be ready to put it in the bucket, and let's see if it takes. We'll find out pretty quick. I'm going to go ahead and build this dirt up a little bit higher because the tree's heavier than I thought. Trim up some more branches. My brother-in-law, the tree expert, had mentioned as well, go ahead and take some of the leaves off of the branches. That way it's enough to get the sun that it needs but not put a lot of energy into the rest of the tree. And I'm going to probably strap it to the pipe fence so that it doesn't move and the wind doesn't blow it around. Well, we got them to their final location. I'm going to leave them here for probably a year or two. I guess it's really however long it takes to get them to really root deep. The hope is that they get big enough so that when I put them in the ground I don't have to baby them like I did those other ones that I just cut this from. So let's see what happens. I'm so appreciative that you took time to watch this video. Hopefully you learned something, whether it's what to do or what not to do. But either way, I hope you enjoyed it. Really appreciate you taking time to watch it. Who likes good peach trees? Farmers do. Until next time, make sure you thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave those comments. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, peace. If my camera person will scoot back a smidgen. we'll see that with all the peaches on the trees.
I'm sorry, there was a spider. That's. Yeah. Sorry, good. Sorry. It had fangs, like big.
Okay. He's eating my peach. Come on, man. And so there's no reason.
I'm so sorry. Really hurt. Something bit me.
It was a mosquito. It just flew away.
Okay, well, there was a spider on me, so, sorry.
Okay, are you done being attacked?
I don't know yet. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm going to trim up down here and get this chunk off. And then we'll start taking these branches back all the way up and then strip this piece. Apparently Peter's going to help me. Okay, you got it. I don't remember what I was saying.
I don't remember either.
And it actually looks like it's trying to heal opposed to... Okay, Dale Earnhardt.